We're playing Legacy Death, Dark Depths, Exile, Tendrils of Agony, Helm of Obedience combo. Let's go check it out. This is Legacy Death, DETH. As I explained in the intro, it stands for Dark Depths, Exile, Tendrils of Agony, Helm of Obedience combo. It's essentially just mono black, 2-card Monty. And what I mean by that is you have a bunch of pairs of combos in your deck. First, you have Dark Depths plus Thespian Stage or Vampire Hexmage. You also have Dauthi Voidwalker, Leyline of the Void plus Helm of Obedience. And then you have the Beseech the Mirror combo with Gaia's Will that will eventually find Tendrils of Agony. So really, we have 3 unique combos in our mono black combo deck, all protected by Thoughtseize. In the sideboard, we have 4 copies of Duress to back up those combos, depending on whatever one is good in that matchup. We have Feed the Swarm to answer something like Deafening Silence. Dismember's mostly there for things like Thalia, Guardian with Thraben, or Collector Oof. Sheoldred, Empty the Warrens, and the One Ring are all just Beseech the Mirror targets depending on the matchup. And then we have Torpor Orb for things like Doomsday, but also creature decks with Enter the Battlefield triggers. So that is what we're playing today. Hopefully we create some death for our opponent. That's all I've got. So let me know what you think of this deck list in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you, but let's go play some Legacy. I'll see you in match number 1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicsforum.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicsforum.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to round number 1. We've won the die roll and we're on the play. We've opened up double Thespian Stages or Mana Source. I don't think that this one is going to work. We will mulligan. We have 1 Thespian Stage this time. This hand doesn't really function, so I think we'll go to 5. I guess we'll keep this. With the Chrome Mox and Tendrils of Agony on the bottom. We'll play Urborg, Lotus Petal, pass the turn. Not really a great hand for us. Tropical Island, okay. Come on, Dark Depths. Leyline of the Void. We will pass. End step, they cast a Brainstorm. They play Misty Rainforest, activate. Another Tropical Island. Sylvan Library, okay. We drew Dark Depths. Okay. Let's see if they might counterspell a Dark Ritual. Daze. Okay, we're going to pay for Daze. Come on, Force Will the Dark Ritual. Let's try a Vampire Hexmage. Dark Depths. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay, we'll pass the turn. We need our opponent to not have Swords to Plowshares here. I guess if they're on Daze, do I think that they're the Bug Beanstalk deck? But Beanstalk doesn't play Sylvan Library. So I'm guessing this is a Bant deck. But I don't think Bant plays Sylvan Library anymore either, so I'm not really sure what they're up to. Oh, they're Infect. Blighted Agent. Okay, so you're just dead? We'll remove all the counters from Dark Depths. I guess Sylvan Library is like a card that Infect still plays that other decks don't. Hiya. Get in there. We've stolen game number 1. I did not expect to win that, but I will take it. Okay, so we likely want Duress. Dismember's not bad either. So the question is like, Leyline plus, like the Leyline Helm combo doesn't seem that great here. So you could just sideboard it all out. But my fear with this is that we're going to be 2 cards short. So you end up boarding in cards that you don't think are amazing, like this Empty the Warrens. And then you get 1 more card, so it could be like either Feed the Swarm or the One Ring. Because I don't think Sheoldred is very good in this matchup either. It could also be like a random 1 of Feed the Swarm. Let's try a random One Ring. Let's try this out. This hand is weird. Our opponent's taking a mulligan to 6. So our hand is essentially a 4-lander with a mulligan in it due to the Tendrils of Agony. I think we can do better. Let's go to 6 as well. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think I'm going to keep it. Bottom the copy of Gaia's Will. Windswept Heath, Tropical Island, Noble Hierarch, you've got it. Duress, okay. Let's start with the Agadeem's Awakening, untapped as a land, and then we'll Thoughtseize. Beseech Inkmoth Nexus, Swords to Plowshares. We'll take the Brainstorm and pass. I do not have a basic land in my deck, or basic land type, for this Beseech. They drew Glistener Elf. I don't like that. Okay. Empty the Warrens. I can't actually play that yet. I think I'm going to pass for now. One more artifact and I can play the empty, though. They're going to Beseech my Thespian stage. This is so embarrassing that I don't have a land to get here. It's just good deck building, let me tell you. Okay. That hurt. And now they'll attack for 2 poison. I need to draw like a Lotus Petal here. That would probably be my best draw. Or we could draw the Gaia's Will that I put on the bottom of the deck. Ay, ay, ay. We have to pass. They attack again. I'll go up to 4 poison. Another Inkmoth Nexus. So they have 1 unknown card and a Swords to Plowshares. Dismember. 3 cards now. They attack. No blocks. Alright, let's try to kill the elf. I'll go to 11. Do you have an Invigorate? No Invigorate. Good deal. Another Glistener Elf. Chrome Mox. Okay, we finally drew a card that was good. Let's begin by playing the Chrome Mox. Imprint Gaia's Will. Lion's Eye Diamond. Mox Opal. This is our red mana for this Empty the Warrens. Dark Ritual. We need this to resolve. But they have 1 card in hand, so I'm guessing it's going to. We'll play Duress. Berserk. Yeah, that's definitely going to get out of here. And then we will empty the Warrens for 12 Goblins. Our opponent still has a copy of Swords to Plowshares left. They animate Inkmoth Nexus. So this is 2 damage in the air, or 2 infect in the air. They swing. I will go to 6 poison, or 6 infect, whatever you would like to call it. So I believe we're supposed to just swing out. You could leave 1 back, I suppose, to block the Glistener Elf. Because it stops like a Pendelhaven from killing you. Because next turn they can animate both Inkmoths, attack with the elf, and it's 3 poison. But let's say I attack here and they just block. They take 9. And then next turn I lose the race if I leave 1 back, actually. Because if I leave 1 back, they block, they take 9 going to 10. And then, actually, hold on, I don't lose the race that way. Okay, because I forgot about the fact that Glistener Elf wasn't attacking me back. This is the move, swing. So, they'll take 10. Oh, they are blocking. So they're going to take 9. Did I really mess this up? So they attack for 2. I swing for 10. No, that's still lethal. I counted correctly. They need to draw something good here. Actually, a land does it, because if they draw a land, they can animate both copies of Inkmoth Nexus, and then leave back the Noble Hierarch to block, and then they attack me to 8, I attack for 10, they block, they go to 1. Looks like they didn't draw the land. Wait, isn't this just as good? I go to 8. Yeah, this is just as good. They didn't need to. For some reason, I was thinking that they had to swing with both, but they just have Noble Hierarch Exalted. So I did mess up by not swinging out. Because now I'm just dead on board. Yeah, I punted. Should have swung out. Not a great showing on my part. Swing. And now they'll go to 1. I guess we'll make them do it. They animate Inkmoth. And the other. Okay. I feel like I threw this game, but we're going to try to win game number 3 anyway. Submit. Alright, we need to get game number 3 to make up for that. I don't think you're allowed to keep this. Okay, we do keep this one though. What will we put on the bottom? I think it's Beseech the Mirror. Alright, they kept 7. Vault of Whispers. Thoughtseize. Double Swords to Plowshares. Well, that's very good against my Dark Depths hand. Holy moly. So Do I just take another Swords and hope to draw another discard spell? I think that's got to be it. Windswept Heath. We draw another Vault of Whispers. Really regretting putting that Beseech the Mirror on the bottom now. They pick up a Tropical Island and Brainstorm. They play Pendelhaven. That is a Blighted Agent. We'll play Lotus Petal. So I think we just have to hope that they didn't draw a white source and can't kill me. They cast Ponder. Come on, no white source. They shuffled. They have 6 poison right now, so another Invigorate does kill me. Oh, so they're just dead? I guess looking in hindsight, maybe the move was for me to take the brain... No, because they had the Windswept Heath. We're going to keep the Thespian stage, sacrificing the original. And now we have a Marit Lage. Because if you keep the original, it doesn't go well for you. Play Vault of Whispers. Let's Duress just to see what they have. Sweet. Alright, so we made up for my, what's the word I'm looking for here? Lapse of Judgment? Yeah, we'll go with that. Lapse of Judgment in game number 1, or game number 2. What a round. Alright, we're 1-0 in this Legacy League with Death. I'll see you in match number 2. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Round number 2, and our opponent has revealed a Yorion Sky Nomad. We're on the draw, which Yorion most likely means death and taxes, so the Thespian stage Vampire Hexmage combo with Dark Depths probably isn't where we want to be. But that said, we don't have the Marit Lage anyway, so we're going to send this one back. Alright, well this hand doesn't function. We will go to 5. Okay, so we have a 5-card hand. We will keep... And I think it's Vampire Hexmage and Dauthi Voidwalker to the bottom. I think we want to try to Tendrils of Agony win here. Maybe I should have kept the Imprintable instead of the land. That might have been a mistake on my part. Oh, I guess we drew a land anyway, so I was thinking that if we had kept the Imprintable, that maybe if I drew like a Lotus Petal, we would have had a turn 1 win. But that's not how it played out anyway. And it looks like our opponent isn't on Death and Taxes anyway, so things are looking decent. Misty Rainforest for a Tropical Island. Ground Seal, okay. You've got it. They have 5 cards in hand. Lion's Eye Diamond. I mean, I could go for the win here. We'll play Urborg. Dark Ritual. What about a Lion's Eye Diamond? Pro Mox. No imprint. We'll tap the Thespian stage. Beseech the Mirror with Bargain, sacrificing Chrome Mox. Long pause here. We will grab the Guy's Will. And we're going to hold control and cast it. Add 3 black. Guy's Will on the stack. It resolved. Lion's Eye Diamond. Wow, we got away with one there. I will take it. So once again, this is not a matchup where the Helm of Obedience package really shines. Whoops. So we're going to board out the Leyline Dauthi Voidwalker package, which includes Helm of Obedience. We want Duress, we want the One Ring, we want Empty the Warrens. Shield Dread seems good. And it looks like we're 1 card short, so we can bring a single card back in. Let's try Feed the Swarm. It gives us a little bit of insurance against random enchantments. Once again, they reveal a Yorion Sky Nomad. We have a hand with double card that combos with Marit Lage or Dark Depths, but we don't have it itself. I think you're supposed to mulligan. Okay, well if we draw an Urborg, this hand is insane. I think I'm going to keep it, but it's very sketchy. We'll bottom the Beseech the Mirror. Opponent with a mulligan to 5. Windswept Heath. We draw a Lotus Petal. We'll just play the stage and pass. Chrome Mox just became our best draw. They used the Windswept Heath to find Meticulous Archive, and they put a Lorien Revealed to their graveyard. Tropical Island. Up the Beanstalk. Okay. They have 4 cards in hand. Dark Ritual. So I can go Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize, make a 20/20? Let's try it. Dark Ritual. Thoughtseize. Oh, so you're dead? You dead? Take Swords to Plowshares. Copy. Once again, you keep the copy. You do not keep the original. The Marit Lage stands alone. They have a single brainstorm that needs to find an answer right now. Cast that brainstorm. Concede the game. Come on. Yes! We got there. 2-0. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Round 3, we're on the draw. We've opened up a hand with triple Leyline of the Void effect. I don't think we're supposed to keep this. We'll send it back. This is a turn 1 Marit Lage with Thoughtseize backup. Yes. Bottom the Mox Opal. Let's go. Oh my. Turn 1 Marit Lage? Ancient Tomb? Grim Monolith? Lotus Petal? Don't do it. The One Ring. Okay. They draw a card. I cannot Thoughtseize them now. And I have a Beseech the Mirror win, but the problem with the Beseech the Mirror win is that I can't actually kill them. So I'm going to imprint Thoughtseize. We'll Dark Ritual. Vampire Hexmage. Dark Depths. Pass the turn. You have to kill me now. The One Ring really messing up my insane turn 1 with Thoughtseize backup, huh? They lose a life to the One Ring. Okay, they're drawing 2. They're up to 7 cards. They play an Otawara, so now we know that they're on Jewel combo. Copy artifact. They have to copy the One Ring or else they lose. And they only play 1 Otawara for the most part, so that we know that our opponent doesn't have an out now to the Marit Lage. Soul Guide Lantern, sure. There's no need for us to make the Marit Lage right now because they have the ring protection. Vault of Whispers. I mean, I could Beseech, I just don't see the point. I guess we'll attack because I'm allowed to, but once again, they have ring protection. And now they lose that life again, and we're back in the same spot they were last turn, except now they have an Otawara in play. They draw 2 cards, they're up to 8 cards in hand. Come on, concede the game. That's what I want to see here. Surprise and Scary into another copy artifact. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Just infinite time walks with the One Ring. Okay, they draw another card. On the end step, I will make a Marit Lage this time, because I might want to Beseech the Mirror into Vampire Hexmage to kill their land. We'll attack for 20 because I can, but it doesn't really do anything. Dark Ritual. Beseech the Mirror, bargaining away Vault of Whispers. The Force of Will, exiling a Lorien Revealed. I'll play my Thespian stage and we'll pass. So now they'll lose 1 life to the One Ring. They're at 10. But now they get to untap with 5 mana. Is my turn 1 with Thoughtseize backup really not going to be good enough? That's crazy. 5 mana. They play Inerza's Saga, which is mana number 6 for Coveted Jewel. Are we dead? They're going to 6 life for a Phyrexian Metamorph. You know, our opponent could just copy our Marit Lage, but chose not to. Kind of hope they fizzle. Coveted Jewel. Another Phyrexian Metamorph at 4 life. They make another Coveted Jewel. Come on, concede the game with 15 cards in hand. Let's see it. They tap the Jewel for 4 mana. A Phyrexian Metamorph. And now they make a Marit Lage. We will draw for turn. Beseech the Mirror, that doesn't do anything. I'm just curious. Whenever one or more creatures attacks you and isn't blocked. Okay. So I'm supposed to just pass here. And then in their upkeep, the One Ring will deal them 3, bringing them to 1. I guess it's 2. My bad. So Ancient Tomb is still shut off, which is the big thing here. But they have so much mana from Coveted Jewel, I don't know how much that matters. Another Coveted Jewel. We need them to fizzle. Transmute Artifact, sure. The Lotus Petal. So now they get to untap the One Ring, and they're going to be able to draw the rest of their deck here. Granted, you're playing a Fae of Wishes package. That's spicy. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Okay. We can pick it up from here. So my turn 1 Marit Lage with Thoughtseize backup just wasn't good enough, which is wild. Alright, so, I mean, I don't want to board out the Dauthi Voidwalker Helm of Obedience package every round, but like Legacy's best decks are like Reanimator right now, and we faced no Reanimator strategy so far. We'll bring in Shieldred. We've already brought in the Duress, and now we have 3 more cards that we're allowed to bring in here. I'm worried about playing the One Ring and then them copying it, so I'm not sure I actually want to do that. So Helm of Obedience does beat One Ring protection because you can kill them in their upkeep. So it might be worth having that in the deck. So if we want to leave that in the deck, what are we boarding out? We're at 66 cards. I could board out Gaia's Will and Tendrils, and then like Vampire Hexmage, and just rely on Thespian Stage Dark Depths. I don't hate this. Game number 2, we're on the play. So this is turn 1 Thoughtseize into just short of a turn 2 win. Or turn 2 Marit Lage, I'm sorry. I think we keep this, but if you want to play the Thoughtseize on 1, you have to play out all the Chrome Moxen. No, this is a turn 2 Marit Lage still. Okay, we'll keep. No, it's not because you... Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. You don't have a turn 2. You would have needed an imprintable instead of the second stage. Mox Opal. Chrome Mox. No imprint. Chrome Mox. No imprint. Play Thoughtseize. And it resolves. We will take the One Ring. Pass the turn. Our best draw just became like a Lotus Petal or another Mox Opal. City of Traders into Grim Monolith. Come on, deck. Another stage. I'll just play the stage. We can pass the turn. They play another Grim Monolith. Oh, was I supposed to take the Metamorph? No, because we're not going to do it in the main phase. So the Metamorph actually doesn't matter. We'll copy the City of Traders. Now we have enough mana here to duress them. Take, I don't know, Lotus Petal? We'll play Dark Depths. Tap this for mana. Oh no, this doesn't work the way I want. I'm an idiot. I just like sacrificed my land for no reason. Ugh. Bryant, why are you so bad at Magic? We should just pass the turn here. I just gave my opponent an extra turn. So the idea is that you don't want to copy the Dark Depths in your main phase, because then Phyrexian Metamorph can stop you by copying your Marit Lage. So copying their City of Traders was just a terrible play. We draw a Lotus Petal. I guess we'll play it. Pass the turn. Alright, we got away with it, but I still played very terribly there. Okay, submit. Game 3. I believe that this is a keep. We're a Dark Ritual away from victory. We'll start with Leyline of the Void. They play turn 1 Surprise and Scary. Dark Ritual is by far our best draw. Let's see it. I'll take a Mox Opal, I don't mind that. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lotus Petal. Now we're just a black mana away. Actually, it doesn't even need to be a black mana, it could just be a colorless land. Thoughtseize. Misdirection, huh? Okay. I have to take a card, I'll discard Dauthi Voidwalker. You sure showed me. I mean, we still got a Force of Will out of this. Like, if they had just revealed their hand, I would have taken Force of Will. Ancient Tomb. Grim Monolith. They have 3 cards. The One Ring. Alright, deck, I am begging you. Begging you, please give me a mana here. A mana that casts Beseech the Mirror. Come on! No! Why are you like this? Come on, deck. I had a window to win this match and you just failed me. Alright, we're likely going to be buried by the card advantage that the One Ring provides now. They play City of Traders, another copy of Grim Monolith, and they pass. 4 cards. We draw the Helm. Okay, that's not ideal. We pass again. I think the odds we win this now are next to 0. Another Grim Monolith. Another copy of City of Traders. Coveted Jewel. And they play Granted. Urkel's Recall. That's a spicy inclusion. So now they can Urkel's Recall themselves and replay everything. Alright, I've seen enough, and honestly our opponent's taking so long that it's eating away into my night, so I'm just going to concede. We're not winning this one anyway. We're now 2-1. You're still watching. Make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. We're on the draw, but we do have a turn 1 Marit Lage, so we'll keep. The Lotus Petal, red, Rite of Flame, Ruby Medallion, okay. No land drop. Oh, we have a turn 1. Okay, yes, love that. We get to turn 1 Marit Lage with Thoughtseize back up again. Hopefully this time it's good enough. We'll Thoughtseize them. I can't believe that they kept this. Take Jeska's Will. Play Dark Depths. Vampire Hexmage. Play the Mox Opal. Go. They actually drew the land that they needed. And we have stolen game number 1. Alright, so we probably want Duress. I think I'm going to board out Dauthi Voidwalker, but I'm going to keep Leyline plus Helm of Obedience. We'll try this out. The speed of that game was much more of what I like. Okay, so we have turn 1 discard. I mean, this could be a few discard spells into like a Guy's Will win eventually. I think I like this. I won't lie, it's very late when I'm recording this, so I'm hoping that the rest of this league goes pretty quickly. Manamorphose. A Ren's Resolve revealing Burning Wish Ancient Tomb. Mox Opal, there's our bargain card for this Beseech the Mirror. And I will Thoughtseize. Wow, their hand is like sort of Thoughtseize proof. I don't love that. I guess we take one of the... I guess they all make the same amount of mana. We'll take the Jeska's Will, I guess. I mean, I guess I could have burned Dark Ritual to double discard on turn 1, but I didn't think that was the right move. So now they can play the Ancient Tomb. They have Rite of Flame plus Seething Song into like Reforge the Soul. Or if they have a Past in Flames, I mean, Past in Flames might be good here too. I think Past in Flames is maybe more likely to fizzle, but I've been wrong before in my life. They do choose Past in Flames. They drew another Burning Wish return. That was actually very good for them. Very good for them here. And then they passed? Interesting. We drew another Mox Opal. We'll play a Duress. Take Inspired Tinkering. Play Thespian Stage. I could play out the Opal just to get it out of my hand to make this Jeska's Will in their graveyard worse, but I don't think that's a good idea. Vault of Whispers. Can we Guy's Will win? I don't think so. So I can go Dark Ritual. Well, we would play the Opal for Storm. So we would go Dark Ritual, Beseech the Mirror for Guy's Will, and then nothing. I think I have to pass the turn here. Hope that they don't have another mana in their hand. They drew a Manamorphose. Another Manamorphose with that one. Come on, no mana. They drew the mana. I mean, it was pretty likely to happen. Past in Flames. They play Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Manamorphose. Another Manamorphose. Storm is 8. They've used 2 Burning Wishes. So they have to get to Grape Shot, which isn't impossible. And there's a 3rd Burning Wish. Okay, so I'm good to pick it up from here. We can go to game 3. Let's try it again. On the play. This hand doesn't do anything. We'll send it back. This hand does something. What that something is, I'm unsure, but is this better than a 5? I think I'm actually going to go to 5. This is the best hand we've seen. Okay, we will keep. Put Vampire Hexmage on the bottom. Leyline of the Void. We'll lose 5 life on turn 1 because that's what I'm into. And we'll play a Thoughtseize. Take Seething Song. Pass the turn. So you might be wondering why take Seething Song. Rite of Flame makes 1 mana, Lotus Petal makes 1 mana, Seething Song makes 2 mana. And right now, they're a little bit low on colors. Reckless Impulse. They just burn that so fast. I don't even know what this is. So it's a 5 mana 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to the number of spells that you've cast this turn to any target. Okay. That was honestly not a terrible draw, because it allows me next turn to copy the Dark Depths. They play Burning Wish, waiting on the opponent to resolve this Burning Wish still. I guess I am lower on time than them, so I don't really have the right to complain. They choose Ruination. You're playing Ruination, huh? What if I told you that I'm into destroying my own lands? Would you believe me? They have land number 3, Rite of Flame, Ren's Resolve, into Basic Mountain Manamorphose, and they're passing the turn. We'll make 3 black, copy the Dark Depths. Once again, you always want to keep the copy. You do not want the original. And now we will attack for lethal. Look at that. We're 3-1. Let's go get match number 5. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? On the play for the final round. I don't believe we're allowed to keep that hand. What is 4 Chrome Mox? No, absolutely not. We're going to 5. Come on. This is a turn 1 Marit Lage. Well, I mean, we're keeping. Okay, so what to put on the bottom? I believe it's these 2. Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal, tap for black, sacrifice for black, Vampire Hexmage, Dark Depths. And to play around Wasteland, we're just going to do this right now. If they have a Swords to Plowshares, they have a Swords to Plowshares. Hey, let's go! Well, we don't know what our opponent's playing, so I'm going to just suggest that we just resubmit. Like, that's one thing that always comes up when people ask, like, oh, I won game number 1, I don't know what my opponent's doing, how should I sideboard? It's like, well, your game 1 configuration is what you do against an unknown opponent in an unknown field. Like, bringing in cards out of fear, I don't think actually makes your deck any better. And while they are bringing in cards, your main deck usually has the resources to be able to beat whatever they're doing, unless you're just like a hyper-linear combo deck that only does one thing. So you could bring in like a Duress here or Feed the Swarm or whatever, but I am confident in the main 60 to get the job done. Sure, we will try this. Volcanic Island. Ponder. Another Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll play a Chrome Mox. I'm going to imprint a Beseech the Mirror here to help play around Daze. Thoughtseize. We'll take Brainstorm. We are in a Dark Ritual waiting room. Actually, Opal does it, Lotus Petal does it. We have a couple pretty good draws here. They play the second Volcanic Island, Dragon's Rage Channeler, and it looks like they're passing the turn. Leyline of the Void does not win us the game here. We unfortunately have to pass. They did not Lightning Bolt me to Surveil. Preordain. They surveil away a Price of Progress. Another Channeler. So they have 1 unknown card at the moment. Once again, if we just draw any land in our deck, anyone, we win this game. Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox also wins. Mox Opal, Dark Ritual. Let's see it. This is what happened against Jewel, and we didn't win that match. So we are now passing the turn. Also would have taken a Vampire Hexmage there. I think we were above 50% in that spot to hit. In their main phase, our opponent is casting a Lightning Bolt. They kept the card on top. Must be a good one. We are now taking 2, going down to 12. They have 3 cards, one of which is a Flooded Strand, that they did not play this turn. Oh my. Why are you like this, deck? Why are you like this? Wasteland. They destroy the Dark Depths. We will now take 2. We're at 10. They have 3 cards, one of which is still the Flooded Strand. We drew the guys, Will. Yeah, that's Magic the Gathering sometimes. Now our Beseech the Mirrors can't even do anything. We're going to go to game number 3. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, I'm going to bring in the Duress now. We know what our opponent's up to. Let's take out the Helm of Obedience package. No Reanimator strategies when I'm playing 8 Leyline effects. Little disheartening, but sometimes that is how Magic works. Let's bring in 1 Dismember. Alright, the final game of this late night league. This is a turn 1 with Duress backup, but the Dark Ritual has to resolve. We'll keep. If Dark Ritual doesn't resolve, I might cry myself to sleep tonight, so for the sake of everyone watching, I really hope it does. Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual, you better resolve. Why would you think this long? Just let it go, come on. There we go. Play Duress. Force of Negation. Should have done it, because now you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Lines a diamond. Make a giant 20/20. 2 free. Alright, we got the 4-1. I love that. So what did I think of this deck list? It would have been nice to get paired against Reanimator, I will say that. And with all the Leyline effects between Dauthi Voidwalker and Leyline of the Void, it's kind of why I decided to play this deck tonight. That didn't happen. We lost to Jewel combo and we crushed everything else. So, thoughts on the deck list. 2-card Monty felt really awkward sometimes, where you were just praying to draw into a mana and you just drew multiple Leyline of the Voids against, like, blue decks. Or you would want Vampire Hexmage or Thespian Stage and you would draw Dauthi Voidwalker or Tendrils of Agony or Gaia's Will. That said, we did smush most of our opponents tonight, and even the one match that we lost, we had a nut draw in game number 1, but we didn't win because our opponent's draw was just a little bit better. So that is Legacy, that's how things work, but I had a lot of fun playing this deck. I think it's a great fun deck to play in a local game store event or in a Legacy league, things like that. So that's all I've got. Thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a terrific day, and as always, keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's no better way to support our channel. If you're interested in elevating your combo game, visit theepicstorm.com/tutoring for details about our coaching sessions. Don't worry, there's more great combo content coming right up.